So just above the main square of the town of Alhama de Granada, we're here to see this 3-storey original townhouse with all the original windows, doors, beams, stone floors, which incorporates the original bedrock of the gorge. And going through the front main door, absolute solid wood, large enough to open fully for the mule to come in, and a space where we can walk through. Let's go inside. So inside the front doors, fabulous original door, monstrous door with its walk-through pedestrian access, stairway, door down into the wine cellar, and once down here we can see the original wine cellar with its arched ceiling, stone floors, huge thick stone walls, keeping the same temperature all the year round for the fermenting and conservation of wine. The original archway here through to where the wine would have been kept once it's been fermented and preserved in the temperature controlled room downstairs, and a second large entrance door here with walk through big enough when fully opened for the mule. So the wine would have been kept here on the left. We've just seen the archway on the other side with the storage containers for the wine. Again, thick stone walls, original stone floor, all original part of the bedrock of the gorge. A dry storeroom here for feed. Again, a little bit of flaky paint, but just in the original stonework of the wall. It's not rising damp through the floor or from the roof or any such thing. And again, all the original doors fitted here all the way through the property and all in really good condition. Moving beyond the wine store into the next room, which houses the original fireplace where the chorizo and the morcilla, the black pudding, would have been cooked, and also hung and stored in the wine room. Continuing through there to the back for other animals who would have been neighbours to the mule, who would have stayed in the cuadra in here during the night time. The original posts, as you can see, for tethering, with the feed and water troughs, and again the original stone floor. So the neighbours of the mule would have been in this part. Through this door here we would have kept chickens, so we always had eggs. And again, walking actually on the bedrock of the gorge, here we would have housed a goat, so we would always have had milk available here. On the window at the back here gives us the incredible view out onto the gorge of Alhama de Granada. And as you can see, despite it being November, the actual weather at the moment here is stunning. Mountain biking, walking, hiking, right on your doorstep. What a place to live. Okay, this is the stairway with light coming in from the window, leading us up to the first floor. Okay, yeso built stairs, very hard material used here in Spain and the rest of the Mediterranean, with wooden edges to the steps and original terracotta tile floors with the handrail. Okay, arriving at the top of the stairs, a door straight ahead of us takes us into one part of the first floor living accommodation, and the door to my right, which we'll go in first, is into what was originally used as a lounge. So we have, despite being slightly dusty, we have the original hand-painted tile floor, which is in quite good condition, and you'll see the original beams and curved plasterwork between the beams, Having a look round here, the beams themselves and the walls are all in quite good condition. Stairway to the next floor, built-in storage cupboards, again original doors, original built-in storage, all the internal doors solid wood. We'll go through this door here into the next room, which would have been another bedroom for a large family. Bed currently laid up against the wall, but again, good sized room, built-in storage, original flooring. As you can see, all the lights are working, there's power and water connected, mains, everything including waste to the property. And on this floor coming through to what would have been the original kitchen. The daughter of the original family has always worked in the tailoring industry. You've probably seen that before in some of the houses. It was incredibly popular. Alhama de Granada had a good workforce of very talented seamstresses and tailors in the town. So original kitchen, I'm sure would need replacing by somebody, but the floors are good, the walls are good, water supply. Under the little material here, again, we can just see a little bit of dustiness on this little table. There would have been an original fireplace in this corner. The chimney is still open, hence the little bit of dust down here which came down with the last rain. And from the kitchen we go out onto the balcony. So coming outside onto the balcony, the same hydraulica, tiled floor, extremely strong and original tiling. Out to the balcony on this level, so we're a level up above our last view, and as we can see now, views out over the town's church and the countryside all around us. Fabulous 180 view over some of the original mills, and of course now the infant school. The direction of the camera at the moment is east, so the telegraph poles, I beg your pardon, the power line posts in the distance there just above the gorge is east. The sun comes up here. We're just after midday at the moment, so the sun's over to our right and will set over the front side of the house. So all the morning sun at this side of the property. Windows here through to a bathroom and through to a bedroom that can be accessed off here. I'll show you that from the inside. Okay, so back round to the top of the stairs. We've come round in a circle into another living room, as you can see, with a dining table. Once again, like the lounge, it's got the original beamed with arch plasterwork ceiling, even a retro telly. You needed big corners to get your tellies in these days, and even the 70s style 60s furniture here. Door on my right takes us back into the kitchen. This is where we came through just a few minutes ago, and here the current owner of the property, the son, I say, who is now similar age to me, the very wrong side of 21, was his personal bedroom. So he had the smallest of two bedrooms on this floor. Again, original ceiling, good flooring, good doors, which then takes us through into what would have been his sister's bedroom. Two girls shared this room, he tells me, so they had the largest room, with a door through to where we were a second ago, to these doors to the terrace, the original washstand, and in later years what was done for his mum, a more modern bathroom which is fully tiled and has a sink, a bidet a loo and a shower tray. Certainly not modern by our standards, but all the plumbing is working, and obviously this would make a great area for living, with a master bedroom, a dressing room and a bathroom, all leading out onto the terrace. So a good living floor here, with the possibility, as you'll see, of guest accommodation on the top floor. Let's take you up there. Okay, another set of stairs off the lounge that we've just seen takes us up to the top floor, where once again we find a door off to the right and a door ahead. The door to the right is a floor where we have a room, which it would have been another bedroom. Once again, original beam ceiling and the original terracotta tiles on the floor, which were actually made at the top of the town where all these tiles were created. The town was pretty much self-sufficient in its time, with its own carpenters and foundry and mills. The balcony here overlooks the front street. And again, storage in the built-in cupboards over the stairs, and original solid wood doors, which takes us into the room towards the back of the house. This pretty much used always for storage. Good Alhama family here, Catholic family, but of its time reasonably unusual, with only 3 children for such a big house. Storage here above the ceiling of the room next door, as you can see. Some of the original cookware and clothing chests. Window absolutely needs a clean, but also has the views out over the gorge. And another storage room here at the back. Another window in here. The house will need rewiring and bringing up to date with more modern bathroom and kitchen, I'm absolutely sure. But 2 windows in here. What I can tell you is that the roof outside of these original beams, the whole roof, has been completely redone. Hence, despite all the rain we've had recently, all these rooms are absolutely bone dry. So there's plenty of room up here. Bearing in mind this room we're in at the moment, storage, is directly over the top of where we've just been downstairs, where the bathroom was. So this could very easily create another bathroom up here, and maybe a single bedroom here with a passageway through from the stairs, with another bedroom here on the top floor. So certainly potential for 2 bedrooms and a bathroom up here, and potential for so much more downstairs. Okay, just now coming down off the staircase, we can see the round window there going out onto the street, which is very common in these larger houses in this street.